Oh my God.
Oh my God, you guys.
Can you believe?
Yes, I can. Can you?
Yeah, everyone guessed it.
This makes complete sense.
It does, and it's so funny that it took us this long to get here, but I think I was actually waiting for a cue from you.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Because, you've got, the Kelsey Darragh empire going. I would never be like, can I do it too?
Shut up.
But then when you said it, I was like, oh, yeah, duh.
To me, it was always like, you're so busy.
You're so busy. Do you know how many emails Kelsey has?
Okay, guys, welcome
Hello.
to the new Confidently Insecure podcast 2.0. Revived, rejuved, relifted. She's tightened.
She is. What would she look like before? Jesus.
She was a little loose. She was smoking a cigarette. She was standing on the corner.
Happy New Year.
With our new co-host, Permanente, Zachary Noe motherfucking Towers.
Can you, it just feels so right.
It does.
Say
it. Confidently Insecure, the
Confidently
podcast where we're
Insecure.
absolutely sure we don't know everything.
Confidently Insecure, the podcast where we're absolutely sure we don't know everything.
How'd it feel coming out of your mouth?
I got nervous at the beginning, and I was like, no, I think I got it.
Yeah, at this point. You were a guest for the most times we'd had a guest.
Really?
You're also my friend the most times out of most of my friends that I've had in my life over. And we were on Dating No Filter together on E. That's where
origin story.
Yes.
I still maintain I could not tell you what the first episode was that we shot. And the fact that we look like we're best friends in every episode is crazy.
We just went, I see you. I see your talent.
I get it.
I acknowledge that. Let's
go.
This.
Let's go.
And that's why it makes total sense for you to come be the co-host. And to be honest, confidantes. Oh my God, they're your confidantes now too.
Oh my gosh.
You just adopted a whole family of the best, most insane, supportive, fucked up, beautifully flawed.
Wait, I was gonna say. So when you teased that you were adding a co-host, did anybody rear up?
No, everyone was so supportive.
Oh my God.
Which I think that's what they understand is this is still going to be the same pod, just more fun.
Yeah,
I was losing my mojo.
When it starts to feel like just work,
yeah,
it's not a great sign. Because when I pulled up today, I was like, oh my God, fun time with Kelsey.
And Zach said it perfectly when I was like, that's exactly why this makes sense, is that we hang out every week, multiple times a week. We're just throwing away good content when we hang out.
To people on the street.
Why are we prostituting our free talents?
We're not even prostituting our free talents.
We weren't making anything.
That's what I'm saying. We were just giving it away.
We were just whoring around town.
No longer.
And here
now
we
when I go out in public, I'm going with a muzzle with a
you
ball
and
gag.
Hippo. Ooh, hot. Like me and Hippo. Okay, so what is changing about this podcast besides adding a co-host? Well, you're going to see less interviews from experts and more personal stories and life updates, which we of course we will have some experts on, more still content around subject matter we don't really know, but we're going to cater it to more of our personal experience.
Yes.
Which you guys actually like and ask for more of. So we're giving them what they want.
This is the thing. I think people do tune into a podcast because they like
the
people.
Yeah.
And I experience this too with my podcast because it's a different person every time. Yeah. Sometimes there's great chemistry. Yep. Other times there's not. Other times it's like fucking pulling teeth to get through a conversation.
Yeah. And with us, we could talk forever.
Yeah. And if it's anything dentist-like, it's like being gassed up.
Ooh, I have so many nitrous oxide stories, but we won't go there. Maybe we'll do a whole episode about that. Okay, so that's the first thing is obviously we're going to be getting a lot more about our personal lives out on this podcast. We're also introducing segments.
Woo!
I don't know if I ever did segments before. Maybe I tried to throw a few in. We had to host throughout history, obviously, which is so fun. We're still going to do that. We're still going to have Jasmine come by. But we have a list of some segments that we're going to try out a few today. And you guys are going to tell us what you liked, want more of, and things you're just like, what a waste.
Yeah, I'm only open to positive feedback. but you can send Kelsey whatever you
We're
want
only
to.
manifesting that energy.
I mean, just tell us what you love.
Yes. And we'll catch a hint.
And yeah, what you like.
Uh-huh.
And then shut up.
And then shut the fuck up. And better audio. You guys are getting better audio because for the last 2 years of this podcast, your girl,
on Zoom,
yes, has been on Riverside and Zoom recording audio. And trust me, I see the comments. I wish there was stuff I could do about it with the system that records audio. But now we're in person, so we can actually have good sound.
We are still in Riverside, though, correct?
Yeah, but it's not the way that it was when I do it with someone on the other side.
Got it.
Wow. Okay.
Again, forward all of those grievances to wherever you've been sending them. Keep sending them there.
I'm not gonna lie, the confidantes are nothing but positive.
I love that.
They rarely say a negative thing. Like,
can you remember something they said negative about?
See, even when they come like with something that could be perceived as negative, they do it in such a beautiful way that I'm never like, my feelings are hurt.
Oh my
gosh. I learned that we don't say third world country anymore. We say developing nation or whatever.
Wow,
and
Kelsey.
Even when I know, I was like, oh my God, I'm canceled. I'm done. But you guys came to me and were like, hey,
it's actually
like
it's a learning moment or a teachable moment.
Exactly. Okay, well, now that we've gotten the housekeeping, I was about to say house rules.
House rules works too.
House rules out of the way.
Yeah, housekeeping. Let's
get into what this episode is about, which is it's New Year's.
It's fucking New Year's.
It's 2023. New year, new co-host.
I don't like the number 3. Have I ever told you that?
Why?
I don't know.
I think it wasn't Babe Ruth's number.
Oh, even more reason to hate it. I don't even like that candy bar. I don't know.
It just doesn't feel right.
This is so funny too because I'm not like a texture person. I'm not like a like quirky like but when I see the number 3, like especially like on like follower numbers, I hate it.
Okay. So how do you feel about it being
2023? I'm honestly not as jazzed.
I'm still in the can't remember what year it is phase.
Oh, for sure.
Tax forms calling last year meaning 2020.
Yeah.
But I thought it would be fun before we do all of our little segs to tell you a little bit about New Year's, because on this podcast back in the day, we did do an episode that was like very anti-making resolutions, which I feel like is our vibe still.
I love that.
But it had me thinking when I was researching New Year's resolutions, like, where did this even fucking come from?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to give you a little history lesson. Are you ready?
My God, yes. Wait, am I supposed to interject?
Yes.
Okay.
As you see fit.
Oh, I see fit.
New Year's Eve celebrations started in ancient Babylon.
I saw that movie recently.
What is Babylon?
Hollywood in the 20s, apparently.
I thought, no, it's biblical.
Then I have no idea.
Okay, it's definitely biblical.
Babylon.
Didn't
it also
you go to
sounds
church?
like yes, but you don't listen when you're there.
Fair.
Okay, sorry, Babylon.
Okay. The earliest recorded festivities in honor of a New Year's arrival dates back some 4,000 years ago in ancient Babylon. For the Babylonians, the first new moon following the vernal equinox, the day in late March with an equal amount of sunlight and darkness, heralded the start of a new year. They marked the occasion with a massive religious festival called Akitu that involved a different ritual on each of its 11 days. So they were partying for 11 days straight, honey.
Wow.
Sun up, sun down, cocaine all around.
Very Hanukkah vibes.
Yeah, okay, that too. In addition to the new year, Atiku celebrated the mythical victory of the Babylonian sky god Marduk over the evil sea goddess Tiamat.
What Wikipedia nonsense did you copy and paste?
And served an important political purpose. It was during this time that a new king was crowned, or that the current ruler's divine mandate was symbolically renewed.
Where is present day this?
Why aren't we overthrowing the government every year?
No.
31st?
I mean, like, where did this take place if it were present day?
Oh, Europe. I think Babylon is
the
somewhere
in Europe. Okay.
Europe, Middle East.
You're canceled.
Yeah. What? It's Europe, Middle East. I can't say Middle East. Do you get nervous?
I was honestly thrown through so many loops in that story that I was like, wait, what religion are we talking about?
Babylonian. I don't know about. I think they're Christians.
Also,
don't fact check.
Sky God. Yeah. Okay. That's another. Okay. Since I'm on the pod, no Googling is allowed. Okay. Anything I say, you cannot Google it. It is a new fact just dropped.
Wait,
and
what's the difference between a sky god and the god
that's
what
I'm saying. Sky? Okay, and this is also where I get confused between Greek mythology and like real stuff that happened.
It sounds
the lines
like
always feel very blurred.
This said mythical.
Okay, so that's not real.
Okay. Well, so yeah, it just sounds. I mean, like we celebrate Christmas, Santa.
Oh my God, Christmas, a pagan holiday.
There you go. And Santa is somebody's real thing. There was something about Santa.
Saint.
Yes,
Nicholas.
It was religious. It's all religious. Stop trying to push your religion on me.
Yeah. Wait, and theirs wasn't on January 1st. It sounds like it's
sounds
March.
Like it was the Roman god Julius Caesar, I think. Roman god, I don't know. I think Julius Caesar was the one who made the months.
Why are we even trying?
I don't know.
To do this. You just said I think it was the Roman god Julius Caesar.
I mean, maybe he was a god,
months.
like a GAWD, like slay god.
I hope he was hot. Wait,
I think he was known for being hot.
So wait, is there a second part to this?
Yes,
an evolution of New Year's,
kind of.
Okay, go on.
I was gonna ask you, what did you do for New Year's? Because I'm now going into the section about like what different cultures do to celebrate New Year.
Oh, well, we didn't get till Babylon till late. So
they were already on and popping.
Well, it's so funny. At present day Babylon, Vegas.
Ooh,
could that be?
Could it be?
In my head, Babylon is like Sodom and Gomorrah, like the party cities,
okay,
where people were sinners.
Keep telling us about it.
Anyway, that's just like the connection I'm drawing in my head. I was in Vegas. I was doing stand-up comedy, opening for Bob the drag queen,
who is your friend,
who's a good friend, former roommate. Been friends for like 7 or 8 years at this point. And it was like perfect because neither he nor I drink alcohol or do drugs. And so to like work and make a little money and hang out with a friend and like end my night with chocolate cake in bed in this very cute suite, I was like, this is the dream. This is the dream.
I insert Babylonian conversation. It was the Middle East. Thank you very much.
Okay.
And it was the Mesopotamian era. I went to for New Year's.
Wait, where were you?
I don't even want to touch that Babylonian stuff. I went to Big Bear with a lover.
Oh, that's right. The lover is still Anonymous.
Anonymous, the lover. He interviewed on this podcast as Sir.
Ooh.
We kept calling him Sir. I was like, okay, Sir.
You're a good girl or something?
Well,
bad girl?
All of the above.
Mm-hmm.
We switch roles all the time. We're very versed with each other. But yeah, Sir and I were in Big Bear, and we were so tie that I said, why don't we just celebrate and cheers
Eastern
to
Standard.
Eastern Standard. So at 9 p.m. we kissed, we popped the things, the cherries. Hippo got to see snow, and then we did some butt stuff. We meditated, did a face mask, and was asleep by 11:30.
His butt.
Both butts.
Both butts?
Yeah, we did both butts.
Do you like anal?
I like the play.
Concept.
Yeah, I am
anal the play on Broadway,
starring Bob the drag queen.
Yeah.
No, I'm still working my way up to full blown penetrative anal.
Okay, so
being enjoyable.
You're like teasing the hole. He's eating your ass.
Yeah, a little mustachio moment. Yeah. So I'm working my way. Come back in 6 weeks.
I mean, we should have an anal episode.
We will.
Okay.
You were on the anal episode.
Oh, yeah.
With Stephen Cantor and my ex-boyfriend.
They didn't do much talking on that.
Huh?
They didn't do much talking on that.
Did they not?
I feel like it was mainly you and I carrying that one.
It was a fun thumbnail to edit because it's all of us holding a different size dildo. And it says like anal across the screen. Okay, so we both were having cute, fun, busy little New Year's. Also, if you didn't do anything for New Year's, more power to you, because I think it's one of those stupid holidays where people pressure themselves to get
to do something
and be out. And it's like, no.
And then if you don't, you feel bad.
No, absolutely not. We're not doing that this year.
No, or any year
ever
to come. I never want to feel pressured to buy a ticket somewhere, to get $130 Uber somewhere, to get a drink spilled on me.
Makeup for girls. Makeup wearers.
Yeah, all of it can, eat
a butt.
We can leave it in 2022.
Amen. Well, in Spain and several other Spanish-speaking countries, people bolt down a dozen grapes, symbolizing their hopes for the month ahead right before midnight.
Wait, 12 grapes had a comeback this year.
What?
Yes, people were talking about eating 12 grapes.
Who?
On TikTok and stuff.
Oh my God. You just touched on something we could bring up right now. Our new segment.
TikTok taught me.
TikTok taught me. We're talking about what TikTok taught us. So you learned on TikTok what?
No, it was just something I didn't understand, and I also didn't Google. People were making jokes, and maybe it was also Twitter. People making jokes about 12 grapes, and it's I just gave my dog 12 grapes. What do I do now?
No.
Yeah, and it's
that's not funny.
Yeah, dogs are not supposed to have grapes.
No.
Yeah, that's the joke though. Me and my dog just ate 12 grapes
for New Year's.
Yeah, what happens after the emergency vet or something?
All right, well, shout out to Spain.
But they bolt them down with a hammer?
See, I read bolt them down as a hammer as well, but then I think they mean this as they eat 12 grapes. They bolt them down at midnight, right before midnight.
You know what? Speaking of traditions, my sister does a hike and then does this jump in the ocean thing.
Ooh,
where
fun.
you jump 7 waves as they come in. You jump over it.
Okay.
Or it's it's some number.
Burr.
Yeah.
It's freezing.
It's cute. It's jump wave. I don't know.
Okay.
Don't Google it, but just know that you jump the waves in the new year.
Okay. Well, that was your TT.
Sure.
I'll do my TT later.
Okay.
Okay. So in many parts of the world, traditional New Year's dishes feature legumes,
nuts,
which are thought to resemble coins and herald future financial success. Example include lentils in Italy, black-eyed peas in the southern U.S. Also, because pigs represent progress and prosperity in some cultures, pork appears on New Year's Eve's tables in Cuba, Austria, Hungary, Portugal, and other countries.
First of all, Cuba never puts the pork away.
Never.
Cuba has the pork out
all year round.
As
they should.
I know. A Cuban sandwich.
From Florida, see ya. Best Cuban sandwiches next to Cuba.
And they have plantain chips and stuff.
I'm so proud of you.
Oh, I've been stuff
to Florida.
I've been places.
Okay.
I eat stuff.
Yeah.
In Miami, I went to Miami for the first time ever, a year ago.
How was it?
It was beautiful.
I love Miami.
It was exactly how TV and film portray it to be, with greasy muscle guys just walking down, women in high heels and
bikinis.
Yes, just shimmery.
And if you're not in South Beach, it ain't like the movies.
Okay.
Ring-shaped cakes and pastries, a sign that the year has come full circle, round out the feast in the Netherlands, Mexico, Greece, and elsewhere.
Wait, is New Year's the baby in the cake?
That's Mardi Gras.
Fuck. It doesn't make sense though that it'd be New Year's.
New Year's
the baby New Year's.
What is with the baby?
I don't know. And there's also Father New Year, I think.
I thought that was Father Time. Father New Year?
I thought.
Why do men get a fucking new?
Wait, maybe you're right. Father Time and Baby New Year.
Who is he the father? Can we get more into this bitch?
You are not the father.
I don't understand why the baby is involved in New Year. And there's always a thing about the first baby born on the New Year. They get free
really?
McDonald's for life or something. I made that up.
And they die when they're 4 years old. We just kept feeding McFlurries because they were free.
Wait, would you be devastated or thrilled to have a January 1st birthday?
That's a great question. I would never go as far as say devastated or thrilled.
Okay.
I think I'd be a little annoyed.
Yeah. Sir's birthday is coming up, and he often...
Is it today? Tomorrow?
No, it's the 15th.
Oh, 15, sorry.
And he often talks about growing up, it was kind of a scam because everyone would just be like, oh, your Christmas/birthday gift.
Oh, well, that's not cool. No, that's way too far apart.
That's also like people who have birthdays on Christmas.
Ew.
I know.
Those people should get a tax credit from the government.
Yeah, get the government to do anything good for the people. Let me know how it's going. I just had to pay taxes, guys, so I'm not well. I'm unwell. We'll do an episode about it. Why not?
Okay.
Around tax season?
Wait, I'm also confused as to why you did taxes so quickly. Do you have all your documents?
No, it was last year's taxes.
Oh.
And they filed an extension.
Oh.
And then they did and boy did they.
So you have taxes again like
coming up.
Yeah.
I think.
I mean, tax day is like April 15th, I think.
Well, we'll definitely get an expert to come on and because you and I for sure cannot do that one alone. No.
I mean, I've had a tax person, thankfully, for a while.
Have you ever owed?
No.
Okay, I don't know how we got here.
Last year I paid. You can pay in advance. You can pay quarterly.
That's what I'm trying to do this year.
Dude.
Quarterly.
A dream. I overpaid. I got a bunch of money back.
Okay, I'm going to do that.
Okay, sorry.
Okay. Also, don't apologize. That's literally what a podcast is. In
Yeah,
Sweden and Norway, meanwhile, rice pudding with an almond hidden inside is served on New Year's Eve, and it is said whoever finds the nut can expect 12 months of good fortune.
Oh, I'd go in hands deep. I'd just start
in the public pudding.
In the public pudding.
What?
I mean, not really. Come on, but like, if there were a real prize attached,
yeah,
I'd be sifting.
What if like someone's allergic to almonds and they get it and they
then
eat
it's
it?
A real gamble.
And then they die.
Hopefully they're the person like who had the most to like leave in their will.
Ooh.
And then it's still a victory for everyone else at the table.
Okay.
Do you like rice pudding?
I say I do. I couldn't tell you if I'd eat it right now if it was in front of me.
You know what? Rice pudding and tapioca pudding?
Same thing.
No.
Same thing.
I think rice pudding actually has rice in it. And tapioca is like tapioca.
Can someone fact check?
No Googling. No Googling.
No Googling. That's going to become a phrase.
But tapioca is like gelatin and rice is in fact rice.
Okay.
Are you dying, aren't you?
I want to get a soundboard that just says, no Googling. So that we just can hit it whenever we want. Okay, so on the spirit of Naya, it being the new year, and us giving zero attention, zero time and energy to buying into certain ideals and beliefs about what New Year's.
I have another TTT, but go
on. I was gonna give you and let you guess what the top 5 New Year's resolutions made each year are.
Oh my God. Either no drinking or less drinking.
Nope.
Exercise. Like
yes.
Gym. Go to the gym.
That is number 1. Gym. Exercise more.
Eat better.
52% of people.
Okay.
Make that of the 100 surveyed. Eat healthier is number 2.
Okay.
Okay.
Smoking.
Not on there.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, y'all need to quit drinking and smoking.
Yeah.
That's from Daddy Zach.
You're gonna hear it often here.
Not really. I mean, do you? But like, how do people not be like? How are they not like? Yeah, I'm gonna like clean up my act.
I always say if I see someone smoking a cigarette, I walk by and I go, "Oh my God, do people still smoke? How vintage."
See, I think I do. I am starting to see them as like rebels.
Gross.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Trailer trash.
Wait. Okay, wait. Okay. So it's exercise, eat better.
Well, number 3 sounds like it could be in number 1. It could
sleep
be
more?
Involved with exercise more.
Better sleep.
It's lose weight.
Oh yeah, those go. I mean, that's literally what I think
more does not always equal lose weight.
Okay, so those are the top 3.
Yes, and then there's 2 more.
Better job.
No, you said, oh my God, like you were gonna be so good at this.
Yeah, because I have notes for most people.
Okay, fair.
A relationship.
Nope.
Money. Okay, make more money.
Save more money.
Okay, so that's job-ish.
Okay.
Wait, save more money and save more money. Okay.
And last one.
Anal.
On my list today.
Yes.
That's number 1.
What is it?
Spend more time with family, friends. Fuck them.
I mean,
fuck them all.
Okay. This is my TikTok taught me.
Okay. TTTT. We're back to TTT.
And it's the lunacy of New Year's resolutions.
Here we go.
Because
sister.
your subconscious controls like 95% of what you do.
Okay.
And so the concept of retraining your subconscious in one day
doesn't happen.
It's impossible.
Oh my God.
It's impossible. Like you've been feeding your brain facts about yourself for years. And like you have a 5% chance of like changing that.
Exactly.
It's just not, it's not feasible.
So glad you brought this up.
Yeah.
Because this goes right into my next segment. My next point about if you're going to do a New Year's resolution, which we're anti here.
Yeah.
We think you can start any day.
Start now.
Today could be the day.
Yep.
Tomorrow could be the day.
Yep.
5 minutes ago could have been it.
Yep.
I'm going to tell you about SMART goals.
Okay.
So exactly to your point, the chances of sticking to a New Year's resolution is very low because you're battling up against neural pathways that have been
just hardened by time.
Wood grain wheeled into your brain. And there is a scientifically proven method that will help you reach any goal or resolution in a more successful way. So it's an acronym for SMART. And I wrote about this in my book. I forget who made it up, but whatever. Credit. Don't Google it.
Don't Google it. Don't Google it.
So the S stands for you have to make it specific.
Okay.
So by saying, I want to go to the gym more.
I'm going to eat better.
Not specific enough.
Cut out sugar.
I want to masturbate less.
I
think that needs to be next week's episode because I am unwell. Didn't I text you that I need to go to like an SLAA
SLAA, Sex and Love Addicts Anonymous?
Guys, I might need to go to that.
And fun fact about that, people think it's like, oh, for girls who can't stop jerking off like Kelsey, but it's actually you can also be sexually anorexic where you deprive yourself or like have not touched yourself or another person in like forever.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Okay.
Isn't that interesting?
I was thinking about going to one online first.
Yeah, do it.
Just to see if anything resonates.
Yeah.
And go to like a couple different meetings, maybe an all women's meeting.
Yeah.
So if there anyone that didn't know, SLA is like an AA or an NA.
Yeah.
Where it stands for Sex and
Love Addicts Anonymous.
Okay.
Sex and Love.
Okay. So back to SMART goals. Speaking of S.
Specific.
So you need to say, I want to do yoga every morning during the week when I wake up.
Sure.
30 minutes after I wake up.
Sure.
After I drink my cup of coffee. Get specific.
Very specific.
Down to where you're giving yourself a trigger, like a clue. So when you see this thing, it goes, now I'm going to do my yoga.
Yep.
So for me, it's after I feed the dog and make my cup of coffee and have it, I do yoga.
Love that.
Yeah. So.
And it's like non-negotiable.
Right. Well, so the way you actually change is a reward system. And I found this out yesterday. This is Google it if you fucking want. Our brain reacts to the idea of rewards
or losing something.
The idea of wanting more than it actually responds to a reward. So the idea of wanting a reward, our brain responds in a bigger, more massive way than when we actually receive the award.
Oh, that makes sense.
So it's exactly like gambling. Like we crave
the interim.
Yes. Rather than like the reward itself. So for us, it's
because there's so much potential in there.
It's setting up the wanting. And so how do you set up like your wanting to actually change your habits?
Wow.
You have to make it attractive.
Okay.
So, if I give myself a cup of coffee with peppermint and a little cream, then I will
be high for a bit.
Then I would do my yoga.
Oh, sure.
Because I know that if I do my yoga, I get a cup of coffee first.
If you do your yoga, you get a cup of coffee first.
Yeah, so you're trying to make the yoga more attractive by pairing it with something you enjoy.
See, doesn't that mean you should do the coffee after the yoga?
No, because our brain thinks about wanting more than the actual reward.
That's trippy. That's going to take me a while to digest.
So like the idea of, ooh, I'm going to get this coffee first. I want this coffee first is more attractive than I do the yoga and give myself a reward.
Interesting. You see, I think that could be a personality type. Because I've heard people respond to, it's called like carrot or something, where it's like people respond to a reward or a dangling carrot, or they respond to I'm going to take something away.
That's like fear-based.
I mean, but it's like, okay, if I don't go to the gym, I can't have my fancy coffee.
That might work. Negative.
Shut up, Kelsey. No,
I need that to be a button too.
Shut up, Kelsey. I do agree. As we sit here, it does sound negative, but like, I don't know. I think
I would challenge you to reframe it to be over rewards and
challenge.
Wanting.
That sounds a little negative to me.
I was trying to think of how to frame this. I'm like, you're wrong. That'll be another button. Okay. So we got our specific goal in mind. Now the M stands for it needs to be measurable. So if you're gonna just say I want to lose weight, okay, how much weight and how are you gonna measure that?
Time?
And it doesn't even need to be a specific number. It can be I want to feel better. Like, okay, what does feel better mean? I want less ache in my knees. I want stronger grip on the
penises.
Dick. That's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah, I know.
But like, it needs to
they're trying to get away.
Yes, like, a measurable thing.
Okay.
So how are you going to measure your specific goals?
So are we like journaling?
I think it's like you just need to know. You don't actually have to do it. It's like you just need to know, what does that success look like? How are you actually measuring it? Yeah, so maybe it's a mood journal.
Sure.
Okay. Next is the A stands for achievable.
Oh, okay. So it's like,
to be
I'm going to lose 100 pounds this year. It's like, girl.
It needs to be achievable. You got to get realistic.
This has been a big thing for me too, where I'm doing less more often because what?
How's that Abilify or how's that Zoloft working for you?
It's working.
Yeah.
Because like, to me, sometimes it'll be like, oh, I have tomorrow free. I'll write for 6 hours, but then I don't. And then I get like really sad. But if I just go, oh, I'm going to write every day, even if it's just one sentence or if it's just like editing one paragraph, I actually do it. Like consistency, basically.
Yes. Well, because you're literally smarting your writing goal down. You're going, I'm going to, instead of tomorrow,
I'm going to turn on my computer.
Hours,
and do something in this Word doc.
And have a coffee before you do it.
Have a coffee before, have a coffee after. For me, it's Celsius, but yes.
Yeah, you're a freak. You and my sister both. The next one, which achievable and this one realistic, I think maybe we confuse them. I think achievable is you have to set a target.
Okay.
And then realistic
it's like, well, those, I mean, you can see where we got a little lost in the woods.
Don't Google it.
Don't Google it.
And then T stands for timely, which means
not like an open-ended thing.
Yes. So like feel better. Okay, what? So let's get
what does that look like, and by when, and how much,
and how realistic,
can we do that?
And how do you measure it? Yep. So that's a SMART goal.
How do we get to where did SMART goal come from?
Because if you're gonna make a New Year's resolution,
make it smart.
Yeah, make it smart.
SMART goal sounds like a healthy like frozen dinner.
SMART goal.
Yeah.
SMART goal.
SMART goal.
Get your greens.
Yeah.
Get your greens on.
Yeah, like lean cuisine.
But like I said, I'm not down for making New Year's resolutions.
I would be willing to say, if you aren't willing to, willing is the word of the podcast. I would say if you're not able to just start the thing you want to do now, I say this with love, you have a very small chance of doing it.
If you're like it has to be the 1st of January to do it.
Or like diet starts Monday. It's like, it's almost a joke because it's like, okay. I mean,
what do we always say? It's like we start fucking living like the version in your head you have.
Oh my God. One of my favorite exercises recently has been talk about specifics. It's so interesting how many people don't know what they want specifically. But if you write down what your dream life is, say it's like, I wake up in my beach house next to my partner, I roll out of bed, do yoga, make us a pot of tea, like chat with some friends, go to set. Anyway, you write down all the specifics of your dream life, and then you see what you could do today.
Yeah.
And that is do yoga.
You can
make
roll
tea
out of bed.
You can roll.
You can jump.
Yes.
You can somersault.
But like, you live it.
Yes.
Like, do it. Like, what is it you want to do? And like, how many of these things are doable?
I'm talking right now like there are 100,000 downloads.
Oh, I assumed there were.
No. Per episode? No.
No, all over the entire time of the podcast.
We have 2 million downloads.
That's hella cool.
It's so cool.
I'm hoping that my tower bottoms
convert?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Some for sure will.
For sure, because they're going to miss you.
Oh.
Zachary has a podcast right now called Good Morning Sodomites.
Yeah.
And you've been doing it for 2 years?
Yeah, it's almost at 100 episodes.
Wow.
And
maybe 100th one's your last.
I've told them that I'm taking an extended break.
Ooh.
Which means I'm probably done.
But
you know what feels weird is saying like it's done, something's done, because like I lived such an open-minded life where I'm like maybe it's not done. Yeah, exactly. With Dating No Filter, I'm like,
we're like, maybe one day it will come back.
Honestly, I'll say yes.
Or it evolves into something bigger, which is also kind of what happened to you, which I don't know if we can talk about it yet.
Not yet, but we will.
Exciting.
Yeah.
Should we go into one of our segment vibes, Seggy Segs?
Yeah.
So we have the TTT, which is the TikTok Taught Me. The next segment we're going to bring, which we're not going to do this week, but we want to excite you about it, is we're going to be doing call-in advice. Call in and chat, and we're specifically going to call this section Dating No Filter.
Yes. And it doesn't have to be about dating relationships, but it is what Kelsey and I like to ramble on about probably the most.
Yes.
My dream situation where this is that y'all send in voice notes, like succinct, like don't ramble, but like succinct voice notes of what the deal is.
Yeah.
And
you
then
can
we
start
kind of
sending those if you want us to answer one of your Dating No Filter questions or concerns or situationships. Email us a voice note that's under a minute to confidentlyinsecurepodcast@gmail.com.
And maybe like also specify if you want your name, like, you know, if you want to be anonymous or if you want to be like identified.
Yeah.
And I realize like it's a polarizing thing. Some people like, oh my God, do not say my name. And other people like, say my name.
Say my name. Say my name. And then once I have Miles, our friend, set up the call in system, we'll have like live callers who can call in with.
How do we do that?
Yeah, it's a whole thing.
No, but like, how do people know when we're recording?
We will post it on IG. We'll say call at this time. And they'll sit on the line and then we pick one. It's crazy. Miles has it all set up.
I'm going to say out loud that scares me, but I'll like move past that fear.
I like this voice note for now.
Yeah.
So voice notes
can't really hurt you.
Anonymous or not. And we can either read out your situation or we can play it.
Or you could also, third option, write it out.
Yeah.
And email it.
Yeah.
And then one of us will recite your writing.
We'll act it out like a play. We are actors.
If you give us parts, we will act it out.
Oh my God, please give us parts.
Honestly.
Write it as if it's like, okay, you said this and then they said that. And we will act it out.
Yes.
Okay, so that's
a promise.
Dating No Filter. The next is that we are going to have Rose and Thorn of the Week. So at the end of each podcast, we give what is our thorn in our side. So what's been like the worst part of the week. And we end on a rose. So we're ending on a high note.
Yeah. So what's our version of that though? There has to be like a
quippy, like
instead of rose and thorn.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll think on that.
We call it our Zach and Kelsey because you're such a thorn in my side. And I'm a beautiful rose flowering.
Roses, first of all, are overrated.
Okay. I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Sit with that.
I will.
Okay.
Let me think about it.
And thorns are a built-in security system for the flower.
Exactly. Checks out. Another little seggy seg we're going to do is intention setting every week.
Oh, I love that.
Because we just both need to work on that.
It's so funny you say that because we do. I think everyone needs to work on that, but like we're very self-actualized.
The way you just said that and looked at me was like, we have something they don't.
It defeats the purpose of what I said, honestly.
But we are on a spiritual journey.
We are on a spiritual journey. And like a lot of people cannot. So another TikTok where it's like a lot of people will never like wake up to that. This is all like
I could never imagine. I think
random.
I was born with a built-in self-assessing
of like, wait,
system.
Yeah, like this isn't.
I'm the problem.
Yeah,
I'm fucked up. What's wrong with me? How can I be a better person?
Yeah.
And our last new seggy seg vibe is what we're calling horoscopes with a WHORE, where we talk about someone or something, some kind of interaction we had that week with a certain type of horoscope, and just rant about it a little bit.
Yeah.
So, for instance, I'm dating, sleeping with a Capricorn.
A Capricorn?
A Capricorn. a Capricorn. And boy, oh boy, are those Capricorns something else.
Wait, do you have, okay, so this is going to be a good segment for me because I'm going to learn a lot about astrology.
You need to know more. Hey?
I know. I love being a Libra.
What are your big three for everyone who doesn't know? They know I'm Leo, Gemini, because I say it all the fucking time.
Oh, Libra, Sag.
We both have like a strong same.
Weird.
If anyone wants to dissect what that means for our friendship, please do in the comments.
Wait, you're a Leo,
below.
Gemini?
Yeah.
That sounds scary.
It's insane. It's like
That's
prideful,
personality.
psychotic. And they all have like an ego problem.
Yikes.
Zach's face right now.
And meanwhile, Libras are just like the most liked people.
Unfortunately, you are right about Libras in my life being my favorite people. Men specifically. Okay, well, since we're rounding out, let's go ahead and hit our intention setting. So it is, what day is it? Thursday? Wednesday? Tuesday?
It's Wednesday.
Okay.
It's Wednesday.
What
day does this come out? On
9th.
Mondays?
Yeah, it'll be on Monday.
Oh my gosh, so much can happen between now and then.
Yeah, so what is your intention for people to hear about?
Wait, are these like short-term intentions or long-term intentions?
I'd say short-term.
Ooh, that's tough.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, and are we talking about like, because short-term, it's like, am I supposed to achieve this soon? Wait, what do you have yours?
Like for me, an intention this week that I would like using our SMART goal situation is I would like to read 5 pages. My intention is to call in self-compassion. And I would like to read 5 pages of this self-compassion book by Dr. Kristen something, either in the morning when I wake up or at night before I fall asleep. That is my intention this week, is to call in self-compassion.
That is reading. My sister's been reading an hour before bed instead of like TV. And I think that's a really smart thing for your brain. I don't have any intention of doing that, but I like it. I like it.
Yeah.
I've been trying to make writing a much more regular thing. Mm-hmm. And another TikTok guy said it's all about falling in love with the hard part.
Ooh.
And like, so if you can like be like, oh, I can't wait to figure this thing out. Ooh. I can't wait. Oh, this is like a juicy, difficult thing.
Yes.
If you can fall in love with that part of the process, it's like all...
I love that.
I know.
It reminds me of a phrase I used to always mantra, which was like, instead of saying I have to do this, I'd say, how lucky am I that I get to do this?
Yep.
Okay. So we did that. Let's do our rose and thorn
of the week.
What has been your thorn and end on a rose?
Do you actually have this problem like I do where I think it's because I'm living so much in the present that I like don't retain a lot of experiences.
Ooh.
Like I'm just like, I don't remember stuff. Or maybe it's early onset Alzheimer's. But I just like, okay, so the rose.
No, you have to start with the thorn. You're supposed to start with the bad.
Okay. Wait.
That's the whole point of it, is to set you off in a good mood. you just want to bring yourself down.
Wait, I've got to there are so many things that have bothered me as they were happening. Oh my God. My sister got, I thought you had another camera. My sister got broken up with the day after Christmas.
Oh, double boo.
And it was kind of like a rug pull moment. And so my
crypto term,
seeing a sibling cry, especially she's my little sister, like it's like the big brother gene comes out, and like I wish I could take this pain and just do it for her. And like the concept of her, like she's gonna go through other painful things that are gonna make her cry. So like, but like, just like seeing my sister in pain,
that is such a thorn.
Absolute thorn. I have so many roses though.
Wait, I think I'm supposed to give my
yeah. Sorry.
My thorn has been this fucking weather. It's been raining in LA. Zachary loves it. I'm okay with it for like an afternoon on a Sunday when I feel like the blues come in. But this is like middle of the week pouring shit. And I'm like, I kind of would rather have it be cold than pouring.
Kelsey.
Zach.
First of all, we need the rain.
We're always in a drought. I can't.
And second of all, it only rains like in LA. It only rains like 10 days a year.
I'm trying to be productive. It's January. I'm falsifying that things are happening because it's the new year. I want to be outside. I want to do yoga outside.
Oh, that's your main gripe? Hey, you know what? Why don't you just do it in the rain?
Okay, Drew Barrymore.
Yeah. Go try in the rain. Yoga in the rain. I can't do it.
Okay, now you can give your rose.
But I think you should embrace the rain. Embrace the Rain is definitely like a Lifetime movie.
Embrace the rain. Oh, we're going to be making merch too.
Yeah, duh.
That just reminded me about
merch. Let's make some stuff that'll end up in a landfill.
No, we're only doing eco-friendly products. They have only eco-friendly options. Don't worry.
Okay, and then my rose, beyond getting to work with a friend on New Year's Eve, is this podcast. Was that yours? No,
but I'll make it that.
I mean, honestly, again, like I said, when I pulled up, I was like nothing but excited. This happened very fast.
Yes.
So I think I was playing catch up in my mind.
Yeah.
And it's like saying goodbye to my other thing, saying hello to this new thing. It's something I've wanted for a long time. And I'm just like, it's that, oh, I'm so lucky.
Aww.
It's like, I'm so lucky I get to do this.
I love that. And it's an excuse for us to hang out.
Yeah.
As we already do.
I know.
I agree with you. That's also my rose, but I'm going to change it just so that I can also insert that a rose or a thorn could also be like a thing or a piece of content or something you're enjoying.
Okay. Oh yeah. Duh.
So
negative, positive.
Right. My rose is going to be this Ember mug, #not sponsored, which by the way, you guys, podcast ads are like blowing up and tanking, like blowing themselves up, and they're going way, way down. So please listen to the ads. Do me a favor. Listen to the ads.
Aww. Now that they've fast forward through all of them.
I know, now at the end of the podcast. This is an Ember mug. It is a coffee mug that is self-heating. It's controlled through an app. So if you're someone like me who takes forever to drink a cup of tea or a cup of coffee, this will keep your shit hot for hours.
I've got to get one for my manager.
And it is like $120, but let me tell you.
God.
Let me tell you, Zachary, worth every fucking penny. I would pay double.
$120.
Think about how much money I'm saving by not throwing my coffee away and making another one.
But okay, so I drink my hot stuff out of like one of those like heat retaining.
Nope, doesn't count. Because think about a latte. You want it warm enough where it's not burning the milk, but you want it still warm enough to drink. Or like hot black tea is supposed to be super hot. Green tea is supposed to be less hot. Like it's a gorgeous app. It's a gorgeous mug. You can customize the color to show up as a little light at the bottom. It's a smart mug for your coffee. And if you drink it really fast, fuck off and just use a cup.
This also does sound like an ad.
I know. I didn't mean for it to, but it's my rose. I look forward to using it every day.
Have you reached out to them to be like, yo?
No, I'll send them this clip.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's it, Zach. We did our first episode.
Wow.
It flew by, didn't it?
Wow.
We didn't even I feel like we were so all over the place that we didn't even.
How do you feel about these episodes being like as evergreen as possible versus like very like dated?
I think people like our. What do you mean?
Like,
because I started to think in my head and I was like, wait, I don't know what you mean.
But like this one was about New Year's, but like other ones will be about kind of like concepts and like so like you'll be able to listen to it anytime and not be like, oh wow.
Well, I think you could listen to this without it being.
You're right, and I think you should with the ads,
but
not for Ember.
You should be subscribed,
but for.
If you're not subscribed to this YouTube channel or to this podcast, what are you doing here? And now I get to teach you how to say all this stuff at the end. We'll have to think of a fun sign off. But you go, please rate this 5 stars on iTunes.
Please rate this 5 stars on iTunes.
If it's not 5 stars, please don't rate it at all because it's sensitive.
Oh. If it's not 5 stars, don't rate it at all because Kelsey's sensitive.
Speaking of sensitive, you can still get sensitive merch below.
Speaking of sensitive, you can still get sensitive merch linked below.
And new Kelsey and Zach merch.
And new Kelsey and Zach merch.
I think we might launch a tote on the day this comes out.
Wait, the tote that?
Yes, that we designed.
I like it. Yeah.
And then we'll see you next week, confidantes.
And we'll see you next week, confidantes.
Bye-bye. Good job.
Thank you.